As we wind this down, Charlie, I don't know if you want to speak after that, but Charlie Wollin, class of 1971, and I think responsible for this great poster of Mr. Calabrese.
Well, we've heard all these wonderful things tonight, and these glowing tributes to Mr. Calabrese or JC. Well, put the fear of God in you. We're going to talk about the dark side now. As you know, he had the opportunity to build a band at the high school level, but no one has talked about the feeder system, and that was the junior high band, the beginner band. Well, I went to DMAT, and I had a band at 8 o'clock in the morning. What was it, 5 days a week, Jimmy? And it was a great way of filtering out who was going to be a grenadier. And there's only been 2 times in my life that I've really been in a sheer fit of panic. One was when I was sitting for the CPA exam, and the other time was by the time you were ready to go into the 10th grade, you had to audition and pass a musical test to get into the Grenadiers. So we had to actually perform. There was no place to hide. And I'm telling you what, that was one of those watershed moments that I got in, but I think he just took pity on me because he said that sometimes the best band member is not the best player. And I'm glad Silas Harris is here because I was going to single him out, and now that he's here, Silas came into DMAT when he was in the 9th grade, and I swear I thought Nat King Cole was sitting there at first chair. And I feel really lucky to be up here speaking since I was a 3rd chair B-flat clarinet, which doesn't rank a lot of seniority, but I had this secret plan all along that I was going to become a 2nd chair clarinet. And what I was going to do, I was going to turn the music for Silas because he was all-state band and he was just off the scale talented. And I figured that was the only way I was ever going to get the 2nd chair. So, we talk about the dark side. So, we're here tonight, and I'm going to talk about the 10 reasons we are here tonight to honor James Calabrese. Number 10, we heard that there was some unsold Rex cleaner to be given away here. Reason number 9, we heard that James Calabrese was going to receive the Grammy Award for the Grenadier in Concert album. It went platinum. Reason number 8, we heard that James Calabrese was going to demonstrate his football bullet passing ability from the 50-yard line. This man right here may look like a movie star, but he had a right hand that could have gone pro, I'm telling you. Reason number 7, we heard that there was going to be an auction of a 1965 VW microbus with a tartan plaid stripe down the side. Reason number 6, we heard that this was going to be the last opportunity to turn in all our sheet music. Reason number 5, we heard that anyone missing tonight's gathering was going to be required to sell Claxton fruitcake to raise money for new uniforms. Reason number 4, we heard that there were going to be free Tiffany rides on the football field. Reason number 3, we heard there was going to be boxed meals of potato salad and sandwiches with lots of mayonnaise served compliments of the Quantico Marine Kitchen. Reason number 2, we're getting close, and my favorite, we heard that PETA was suing Jim Calabrese for leopard abuse and that he needed some character defense witnesses. And reason number 1, while we're all here tonight, is that we heard that Rural Britannia was going to be played one more time for the 534th time. Some people are, at a very early age, are identified as being maybe, they say he's going to be a doctor one day, or he's got the talent, he's going to be this. Well, I didn't have that sort of praise, said to me. I was just basically, one of those kind of persons who, 3rd chair clarinet that, I was fortunate to be able to have the opportunity to become a grenadier because Jim Calabrese, you taught us something at a very difficult time in the late 60s when nobody wore a uniform. You were not associated, everybody was going independently. But you gave us an esprit de corps that was unmatched, and I still today relish that sort of memory, how we used to stand at parade rest. Even though it was, we could be talking as a band, we would stay in formation. And because, number one, we knew you were looking, but number two, it was just the Grenadier way. And that was a tribute of something that, you know, in the 60s, late 60s, it was just something that you can't go back and manufacture. It was just, you conveyed that to us, and if you were a Grenadier, you just looked around and just did it. And you looked at each other. Of course, we had to keep in line and keep in step. But one story I wanted to say was that if you were sort of going to make the Grenadiers, and you were in the 9th grade, if you were fortunate enough, you might be a flag bearer. And Jimmy Gillen and I, friends from 1st grade, we got to be, with a couple other fellows from DMAT, got to be the flag bearers. Well, if you're 110 pounds and you've got a 12-foot mast and you've got about a 20-foot wind, there's not enough keel in your body to stay there. There were times we didn't know if we were going to be able to stand up. But needless to say, we got through it, and you never said a word. You always were upbeat. But going back to what I said, some people are identified as that they're going to be a doctor. Well, I never throw anything away. And I don't know whether I was going to be an accountant, so I keep good records. I think I was just the son of a Depression-era baby who grew up with a father, and they just never threw anything away, and neither. So I've taken that trait on. Of course, I see other people have kept their album, but I wanted to personally hand you my own copy that I had made, because Time Life Company has these 9 original hits of the original band. It's the concert marching band from the 60s and 70s. It's the best sounds digitally remastered from the original recordings, not from the Lost Lennon tapes, but the music sounds better today because it's timeless and it has the genius of your direction. These are not sold in stores, and it's considered a serious item for every collector. And for a limited time, right here, right now, Mr. Calabrese, this is your own CD, digitally remastered. And I understand that somebody else made some CDs for everyone, but that is the original one. And I am glad to know that the album is still floating around out there. And I think, Jim, did you say these sold for $1 at Black Rollers at one time? Yeah, I think they're still up there for the Rex Cleaner, but anyhow. But thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Charlie. We have one more speaker, and then we're going to have a dedication in the band room, but we have a couple of things to take care of here. I want to introduce Pam Helms. I shouldn't have overlooked her. She was actually the band director at the middle school when my kids were coming along, but she has, and here, I don't think any of my kids made it through, did they? Either. I think they kept the long story tradition of the Kutteh family intact. But Pam is now a principal and a former band director as well, so we're glad you're here.